Welcome all to my YouTube channel Shweta Gupta Classes. As we were doing the chapter 2nd of your class 12 chemistry solutions, today we'll be covering the topic 2, that is solubility in that. So what exactly solubility is? Earlier I have shown you, I have taken a glass of water. Here the black ones are the molecules of water and the green ones are the molecules of sugar. I have taken a little amount of water, a fixed amount of water, and in that I have added a fixed amount of sugar. So black one are the molecules of water and the green ones are the molecules of sugar. So what happened exactly? There was some space in between the molecules of water. You can see vacant space. When we add sugar in that, the sugar particles occupy the space in between the water particles. Now, due to that, they are easily soluble in them. But after some time, there is no space left in between the water molecules. So now, if you add more amount of sugar, then it will not dissolve in that water. So, the fixed amount of sugar that you can dissolve in a fixed amount of water at a specific temperature, that is known as its solubility. And if you increase the amount of sugar above that fixed amount, then it will be insoluble. So it is a fixed amount of sugar or the maximum amount of substance, sugar, that can be dissolved in a specified amount of solvent. Solvent is water at a specified temperature is known as its solubility. Now, solubility depends upon 4 factors. What you have taken here? The temperature, the pressure, the solvent molecules. So, it depends upon the temperature, pressure, nature of solvent molecules and nature of solute molecules. Now solvent here is water and the solute here is a sugar particle. So it depends upon the nature of the sugar particles and the water particles and at what temperature and pressure this was carried out. So it depends upon these 4 factors. Now the next topic in this is solubility of a solid in a liquid. How a solid is being soluble in a liquid. So solid like salt and liquid is like water. So why a salt dissolve in water? What is the main reason that they dissolve? Now the condition for this or the condition for the solubility is they are soluble only if intermolecular interactions are similar. Now what are intermolecular interaction? Suppose the water molecule solvent AA, solvent molecule A and another solvent molecule A. So there are interactions between the water molecule and here the solute sugar particles are, if I give them name B, then the interaction between sugar particles is BB interaction. But after dissolving sugar in water, there will be interaction between water and sugar particles. So these are the interactions. When these two interactions are of equal strength as between these two interactions, that is when the interaction between solvent molecule, water molecule and the interaction between sugar molecule are equal to the interaction between sugar and water molecule, they are equal, then only they will be soluble, otherwise they will not be soluble. So this is what is the meaning of this one, only if intermolecular interactions are similar. Now what is exactly the definition of this one? In case of solid and liquid, what is solubility of a solid in a liquid? What does it mean exactly? It is the maximum amount of solute, that is sugar, in gram, maximum amount of the solute in grams that can be dissolved in 100 gram of liquid. How many maximum gram of the sugar particles you can dissolve in 100 gram of liquid to form a saturated solution, then that is known as solubility of a solid in liquid. Now, maximum amount of sugar in gram. Suppose 2 gram of sugar you can dissolve in 100 gram of water. So that is the maximum amount of sugar you will be dissolving in 100 gram of water. But not more than 2 gram of sugar you will be able to dissolve in 100 gram of water. So that 2 gram is the maximum amount of sugar you will be dissolving in 100 gram of water to form a saturated solution. Now what is saturated solution? Now saturated solution is that solution in which no more amount of solute can be added. If you want to add more sugar particles in this, then they will not dissolve. So when no more amount of solute can be dissolved in a given solution, in a given solvent, then that is a saturated solution. So it is a maximum amount of solid in gram which can be dissolved in 100 gram of liquid, that is solvent, to form saturated solution at a particular temperature. So this is what exactly it means. Now there are some terms related to solubility of a solid in a liquid. So the first term is dissolution. What is dissolution? Dissolution is somewhat related to how something dissolves in another substance. So when a solute is added to a solvent, as you have added sugar to water, sugar is a solute, water is a solvent. When you add sugar to water, some solute is being dissolved, some amount of sugar dissolves in water, and due to which the concentration increases. Due to which the concentration of solution increases. The solution becomes more and more sweet. The concentration of the solution increases. So this is what exactly means dissolution. When solute is added to solvent, some solute dissolves and its concentration increases in the solution. This process is known as dissolution. Here the concentration of sugar is being increased in the solution now, because it is being dissolved in it. So the concentration of the solute increases in the solution. This process is known as dissolution. Next one is crystallization. Now please you all try to understand this. Here we have taken a glass and it is the water in this. You add sugar particles. You add sugar particles. So these are the dissolved sugar particles in water. Now what happens after some time? Once this solution will become a saturated solution, now no more amount of sugar can be added in it, because there is no space left between the water molecules. Now what will happen? If you add some more amount of sugar, then you can see crystals of sugar will accumulate here. Now what you are seeing is that no more sugar is being dissolved here. But what exactly happens? The dissolved sugar in this saturated solution tends to move out from the solution and will form crystals. And these particles, these sugar particles which are added, these go and dissolve into the solution, and some particles from the solution comes out and form crystals. This process is known as crystallization. When some particle in a saturated solution, if you add more amount of solute, then some solute particles move out from the solution and will form crystals. This is known as crystallization. Next is dynamic equilibrium. When the rate of crystallization becomes equal to rate of dissolution, that is, when the number of solute particles going into the solution becomes equal to number of solute particles coming out of the solution. Here from this solute particle which you have added more to the saturated solution is going into the solution, and the solute particles from the solution is moving out and forming crystals. So when the number of solute particles going into the solution becomes equal to the number of solute particles which is being added into the solution, is known as dynamic equilibrium. That is, when the rate of dissolution, number of solute particles going into the solution, becomes equal to rate of crystallization, number of solute particles moving out of the solution forming crystal, then that is the state of dynamic equilibrium. In this, the concentration of the solute in solution remains constant because equal number of solute particles forms crystal and equal number of solute particles move into the solution. If two crystals are moving into the solution, if two crystals are coming out of the solution, then two sugar crystals are moving inside into the solution. So the number of solute particles, if two particles of sugar is moving into the saturated solution, then two particles of the sugar is moving out of the saturated solution. So the concentration of solute in the solution remains constant only. 2 will be 2 only. The concentration of solute remains constant. Now another term is saturated solution. You all know what is saturated solution. I have already discussed with you, when no more amount of solute can be dissolved in a given solvent at a same temperature and pressure. Now unsaturated solution, when there is still some space left after the addition of the solute particles into the solution. As you can see, still there is some space left in between the particles of water, because and now it can accommodate some more amount of solute, then that solution is known as unsaturated solution. Unsaturated solution is that the solution in which you can add some more amount of the solute particles without changing the temperature. So that is known as unsaturated. That is known as unsaturated solution. So that's all for today. Thank you and have a nice day.